Namaste everyone. So I'm going to read Book 1, Chapter 13 on Urvasi and Puru Rava. Om Vakratuna Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirabigaram Kuramidapa Sarvakaya Susha Om Ekarantai Vidma Vakratundai Danti Prachalat Om Gam Ganapati Om Gam Ganapati Om Gam Ganapati Nama Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Saksha Guru Tasvishnu Om Devi Sarvabhuta Shubhadyarabhinna Sanstana Masasena Sutta said, O Maharishis, when the king Sudyumna had gone up to the heavens, the religious king Pururava, endowed with great beauty and many qualities, and able to please the minds of his subjects, began to govern his kingdom well, according to Dharma, with his heart intent on governing his people. Nobody knew what his counsel was, but he was very clever in knowing other counsels. He was always highly energetic, and his lordly power was great. The four methods of warfare: 1. Conciliation; 2. Giving gifts; 3. Sowing dissensions; and 4. War, were fully under his control. He saw that his subjects practiced religion according to Varnasram, colors and stages of life, and thus he began to govern his kingdom. Pururava, the lord of men, performed various sacrifices with abundance of dakshinas, sacrificial fees, and also gave away much in various charities, causing great wonder and astonishment. His extraordinary beauty and qualities, liberty and good nature, his unbounded wealth and prowess made the Apsara Urvashi, celestial nymph, think of him often, and she wanted him to satisfy her. Some time passed when that Prakud Urvasi had to descend on this earth due to a curse pronounced on her by a Brahmin, and she chose the king Pururava as her husband. Thinking him to be endowed with all the qualities, she then addressed the king and made the following contract. O king, giving honor due to everybody, I keep these 2 young sheep in trust and deposit with you. Kindly look after these, and then my honor will be preserved by you. O king, I will take ghee daily and nothing else for my food. And there is one word more. O king, let me not see you naked, except when you hold sexual intercourse. O king, I say this truly, that in case there be any breach in this contract, I will instantly leave you and go away. The king accepted this contract of Urvasi. Urvasi too remained there according to the above contract, and also with a view to pass away the period of her curse. During this time, the king was fascinated with the love of Urvashi, became so much attached to her that he left all his duties on dharma and remained long for many years in enjoying Urvasi. The king's mind was so deeply absorbed in her that he could not remain alone without her, even for a moment. Thus many years passed away when, once a time, Indra, the lord of the Devas, not seeing Urvashi, asked the Gandharvas and said, O Gandharvas, better go and steal away the 2 young sheep in a proper time from the palace of Pururava, and then bring Urvashi here. My Nandana garden is now void of all beauty without Urvashi, so bring the lady here anyhow or other. Thus spoken by Indra, Visva, Vasu, and other devas went to Pururava palace. And when it was dark in the night, and when Pururava was holding sexual intercourse with Urvashi, stole away the 2 young sheep. They, when being carried away in the sky, cried out so piteously that Urvashi came to hear that as if of her 2 sons, and angrily spoke to the king. O king, now the contract that I made with you is verily fulfilled. It is that I place my implicit confidence on you, that this my misfortune has befallen on me. See, the thieves are stealing away the 2 sheep, my sons as they were. How then are you sleeping here like a woman? Alas, I am ruined in having an impotent husband who vainly boasts of his prowess. Where are my 2 young sheep today that are dearer to me than my life? Thus seeing Urvashi wailing, the king Pururava, the lord of the universe, ran after the Gandharvas instantly, without any sense as it were left in him. Naked, the Gandharvas then cast rays of lightning in that room. And Urvashi, willing to leave, saw the king naked, when the Gandharvas left the 2 young sheep there and went away. The tired king brought the 2 sheep back to his house in that naked state. Then Urvashi too, seeing the husband naked, went away immediately to the Devi Loka. Seeing Urvashi going away, the king wailed very much with a very grievous heart. Then, being very much bewildered by the bereavement of Urvashi, with his senses beyond control and deluded by passion, wandered about in various countries, crying and giving vent to sorrow. Thus, wandering all over the globe, he came once to Kurukshetra and saw Urvashi. Then, with a gladdened face, said, O beloved, wait for a moment. My mind is all absorbed in you. It is quite innocent and submissive to you. So you ought not to forsake me in such a dire difficult time. O Devi, for the sake of you, I have traveled very far. O beautiful one, the body that you embraced before will now, forsaken by you, fall here and will be devoured by crows and wolves and other carnivorous animals. Seeing the king, tired and passion-stricken, greatly distressed, and with a very sorrowful heart and wailing, Urvashi spoke out, O king, you are certainly a quite senseless man. Whither has gone your extraordinary knowledge? Now, O king, do you not know that the pure, unalloyed love of woman cannot take place with any other, as the love of a wolf cannot fall on any man? Therefore, the earthly men ought never to trust a bit the women and thieves. So go back to your palace and enjoy the pleasures of the kingdom. Do not drown your mind further in sorrows. The king Pururava, thought thus brought to senses by Urvashi, was so much fascinated by her love that his heart did not feel any consolation. Rather, he felt indescribable pain, being held up in bondage by the love of Urvashi. O Munis, thus I have described to you the character of Urvashi. It is described in detail in the Vedas. I have stated this in brief. Thus ends the 13th chapter of the first skanda of the characters Urvashi and Pururava in the Maha Puranam Srimad Devi Bhagavatam of 18,000 verses by Maharishi Vedvyasa. Om Jayanti Mangalakari Padrakali Kapali Mata Chabita